Hey guys, today is March 20th, 2015, and I'm just giving an 1 week update on my aquaponics system. So here I have the fish tank, here I have the pipe system. Not sure this is a thin film technique because I have is gravel inside rather than pots. Here I have my biofilter, and here I have my swirl filter. Let's see how that's doing. That's doing perfect. Alright. Here I have my floating raft system. Nothing really planted as yet. And here I have my first flood and drain gravel bed. And here I have my second flood and drain gravel bed. So what I'll really do is just give you a walkthrough of how this works and what to expect after a certain period of time. Alright, these are my red tilapia. Have them for roughly 2 weeks and 4 days. When I had them, they were about half inch in size. However, they have grown and they have grown very well. So let's see how they feed, feeding patterns. Yeah, that's the result you should be expecting. From their eating well, they will grow and they will produce poop. Yeah. So these guys are growing well, very big in a very short time. So what really happens in my system is basically a gravity feed system. So what happens is the water from this pipe, which pulls the water upward through this pipe into a 90, sweeping 90, back into another sweeping 90, into this biofilter. So what really happens now is that, sorry for the fact that I can't pull the biofilter because it's pressurized, which means that it uses the force to push water across into the soil filter. So what happens in the biofilter is that the ammonia produced by the fish waste is converted by the bacteria into ni into ni sorry about that. I'll let you know at the end of the video. And then here is where the solids, the fish waste, settle out, allowing the clean water to run off. You can see the fish waste is down at the bottom and the water is merely skimming off at the top. After this happens, you have an outlet from this pipe, runs all the way here and out in this pipe system. Not sure if you can see there. This little time here, mom got it at the market. However, I'm just having it in the water in order for it to develop a proper root system. It hasn't died yet, so which is good. So I'll just leave it there for a few days until it's ready and good enough to plant. So what this water does is circulate through the entire system. And on my last video, these lettuce were all lying down. I guess they have finally adapted to the system, but if you can see, I have young leaves growing out, young leaves, and that's pretty good. Even for the tomato as well. These guys are like really short when I just got them. However, they have been doing well, excellent since I've got them. There's another lettuce doing pretty well, sending up new leaf. Alright, this is a green onion, or what we call in Jamaica scallion, that was planted 1 week ago. Well, roughly five to 6 days ago these were planted, and already I have seen results. Look at this guy, for example. This guy has produced since that time till now. Look, so they are doing very well. Tomato as well continue to doing well. More scallion, tomato, more lettuce, tomato, onion, lettuce, tomato. What I am really impressed about though is the growth of my cucumbers. Like, they have been growing very well. To be quite honest, they have been growing the best in the system so far. Like each day I come out, I see another leaf bursting. These are my pak choys, more cucumber, pak choy, more cucumber, and that's pretty much how it goes right down the line. When the water in this system runs, however, it runs this way, comes all the way around here and go right down back until it reaches a point where the water level, when it at the high water level, falls down and run right back into our sump tank under here. The other pipe though from my swirl filter leaves from, it actually feeds both the floating earth system and my two flood and drain systems. These are my floating rafts. I have 6 pots inside with river gravel. In order to give the plants more aeration that I have done, I have installed a air stone inside of it that will give the plants more air and oxygen. Sorry about that. Just a little bit heavy. I cut a bottle and placed it right over this pipe because in previous times it was collecting leaf from the tree and all of that. So what I do is place a bottle over there to prevent clogging the system. Alright. And what happens is that when it reaches to a point, it drains through this pipe and then all the way back to the sump tank. Alright, this is my first flood and drain system / gravel bed, and what I have in this bed is hot bell peppers. If you can see, well, they're not doing quite as expected, but they are doing well. I think they would have passed like about 5 inches by now, seeming they are getting enough nutrients and water. However, just give them a few more time. Also I have basil. These are my basil plant. This one is doing extremely well. I got it when it had around 5 leaves, and it's doing extremely well. Everything is doing extremely well. However, nothing is perfect. This is a celery. It hasn't been growing much, but it's growing. This is another. The celery, they tend to be battered by the sunlight, based on what I understand. They're not producing as well. So another green onion. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. In this bed, however, I have sweet pepper, lettuce, and more pak choy, and a green onion as well. Well, this lettuce here, it's giving off new leaves, which is very good. That means it's growing. And this one, just really haven't seen any much from it since lately. Neither this. The sweet peppers are not doing so well as expected, but they have been grown. This is another scallion planted roughly 5 days ago, and I'm not sure if you can see, but right there is a young stalk, the young leaf coming up. Not sure if you can see it, but there's a young leaf coming up, and everything is pretty much going good. Alright, my bell siphons, however, these are my bell siphons, and they have been flooding and they have been working well, excellent in the system. So the water level, I'll just show you for one. What happens when the water drains from this? It runs underneath into a sump tank, and in my earlier video show that my sump tank, yeah, so in the sump tank is where the pump, the water recycle pump, goes back up to my fish tank. And there's a lot of aeration in this water because the pipes are, running down, so there's a lot of aeration for the fish. So going back up, the pump goes all the way up and back in to the fish tank. Red causes a little swirl on the top of the water. So that's it for my system, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.